Hey guys, Killix here, the #1 virgin collector in North America. In part 3 of the tips and tricks series, we're diving into one of the most powerful tools for collectors, and that's Completionism.com. I'm going to show you exactly how to use it and to make your Legion Remix experience 100 times smoother and more organized, as well as the most optimal routes for player power, gearing, and leveling your alt army efficiently. All the resources and links that I mentioned in this video will be posted in my collector's Discord, so if you want to stay organized or share your progress, join us there. As always, I'll be live at twitch.tv/KillKTV almost every single day running a remix, testing new builds, and helping the community out in real time. So stop by and hang out with the doo-doo farmers. After heading to the website, you're going to go over to the left side and click refresh. You're going to have to manually import your Legion Remix character, so look up your server that you're on, whatever region you're on, either US or EU, and then type in your character name and click import. Normally you can log in your battle.net account and automatically import every single character on your account, but the feature is currently down for the website, so you're just going to have to manually import your Legion Remix characters only for the time being. From here, you'll click the Legion Remix section and you'll be taken to the Legion Remix page. You can also turn off by phases. So for example, if you want to turn off phase 2, 3, 4, and 5, it'll get rid of all the clutter, and it'll only show whatever you're missing from phase 1. You can also choose to show everything to see what you've already earned. Infinite Knowledge is one of the most important progression systems in Legion Remix. Each point increases the infinite power you gain from all sources. You can earn up to 36 infinite knowledge, though only 26 are currently obtainable in phase 1. While infinite knowledge increases your power gain rate, infinite power itself is used to unlock artifact weapon talents. Once you've purchased every talent in your artifact tree, you'll unlock the Limits Unbound, which lets you drastically scale your character even when reaching 740 eye level. This is basically going to be the way you gain power over the course of the entire Legion Remix after you fully gear your character. The progression loop is extremely simple. Number 1, you earn infinite knowledge from achievements. Number 2, you gain more infinite power from activities. Number 3, you spend infinite power on artifact talents and Limits Unbound traits to progressively scale up your character power level. And number 4, you repeat, thus creating a loop of exponential scaling for the entire event. So what is the most efficient route to gear up and boost your power level? At the start of your Legion Remix journey, specifically on your first character, remember this is on your first character, you're going to want to complete every single quest in every single zone. Yes, every single quest in every single zone. While you're questing, you're going to queue up for all of the available dungeons in the LFG Finder. Specific dungeons. You can tank, heal, or DPS depending on your specialization. You're going to complete each at least once on any difficulty. If you can, aim for Mythic, but normal or heroic still count towards completion. You'll have to join or form groups for Mythic specifically, but you can just straight up queue an LFG for normal and heroic. You're going to turn on Heroic World Tier by talking to Eternus and getting a quest that directs you to this console over here, and then you're going to turn it on. You want to turn this on around level 20 and keep it on until you earn the achievement called Legion Slayer 3. This just requires you to defeat 50 empowered enemies in Heroic World Tier. You're going to turn it off again at level 70 since scaling gets rough, and bring it back on once you're around 590 eye level or higher. If after you've earned your Legion Slayer 3 achievement, if you're struggling with Heroic World Tier, just turn it off until you're around 590 eye level later on as you level. You can do the campaign in normal mode, you'll just get way less experience and way less rewards. Keep in mind Heroic World Tier will take you drastically longer to complete than normal World Tier. Your main goals while leveling is going to be to complete the Lore Runner achievements for Azuna, Stormheim, High Mountain, Bashara, and Suramar. At the same time, you're going to be queuing for dungeons and raids, Emerald Nightmare and Trial of Valor in phase 1, once available. Some raids have level requirements. Emerald Nightmare requires level 20, not really sure about Trial of Valor, but it's probably similar. These have respective achievements that all award 1 infinite knowledge per achievement. We want to complete every single dungeon and every single raid on any difficulty at least once for that knowledge point. Once you hit level 80, start doing world quests. You're going to want to do the 100 world quest achievement. Remember, this can be cheesed with alts. The more alts you have, the faster you can get 100 world quests on your entire warband account for this achievement specifically. At the same time, you're going to be killing the world boss on a daily basis. Remember that these rotate in a daily set order. They are not random. So they have a specific rotation that they spawn in every single day. There are currently 10 of them and they award 1 infinite knowledge. So make sure you don't miss out on one of them. So you, just in case, like if you miss out Soul Takers, you're going to have to wait another 10 weeks to get this achievement. If you're new to Mythic Plus Keystones and you don't really have that much faith in yourself to do keys, don't worry. The keys on this game mode are significantly less difficult, guys. You're going to want to try to do at least a +7 keystone run to earn your infinite knowledge from the achievement called Time Worn Keystone Adept. At the same time, you're going to always check in with your boy Eternus and always pick up infinite research dailies from this guy. He can give you up to 3 at a time. You want to pick simple tasks like kill 75 mobs, loot 10 ores, kill 6 rares, and so on. You want to pick tasks that you know you'll be doing as you play the game. As always, remember to use your Noswin's voucher teleport to the bazaar to refresh your dailies after finishing all 3. So anytime you finish any infinite research dailies, you want to just instantly teleport here, turn them in, and teleport right back to where you teleported from, and instantly resume whatever progress you were working on. You can also raise your daily quest cap account wide to this achievement called Tenured in the Time Waste, up to a total of 24 dailies. So 3 achievements. Each character has their own set, so 2 characters equals 48 dailies total on every single character, right? Split into 2. So if you have 2 characters, you can do 48 dailies a day instead of 24, and so on. As far as weekly and raid progression, you're going to continue doing every single world quest as they appear, and every single raid on every single difficulty that you can achieve. You're going to also want to get into Mythic Plus keys. This is a very, very good source of infinite power. The following is not mandatory, but it's great for min-maxing. As far as rotation and start-wise starting points of raids, you want to start from LFR into normal, into heroic, into mythic for smooth scaling and loot progression. You'll also learn the fights this way before even attempting mythic to begin with. Remember that Remix resets all weekly gated content daily, so you can refarm these every single day as much as you want on as many characters as you want once a day per character. Once you feel like you're geared and comfortable, you can start doing mythic first, and then heroic, and then normal, and then LFR in whatever order you want. At a certain point, you can even stop doing LFR or normal, as the rewards are a fraction of what mythic and heroics offer. As far as raids, gear is a gold mine from here, guys. I went from 637 eye level to 643 eye level in 1 mythic run clear. So you're always going to want to prioritize mythic raids over heroic over normal for upgrade spikes. Raids are very manageable. Only final bosses really require mechanics. I explained the fights at the end of this video as well for you guys, so if you're interested into that, stay tuned for that. LFR, normal, heroic are doable at any eye level even before level 80. Mythic feels comfortable at around 590 to 600 eye level, becoming extremely easy at 610 plus eye level. Mythic does require level 80 mythic raids and mythic keys. When it comes to scrapping, you want to scrap gear 24/7. Higher eye level equals better moat loot. Higher chance at Artifactium Sand, which upgrades your artifact weapons at eye level. Do not hold caches, do not hold chests, do not hold moats. Just open and use them as you get them. Constantly open your caches and chests and scrap everything you don't use constantly. Use moats as soon as you have 10 of them to get an instant eye level upgrade. More eye level equals higher loot tier equals faster progression. Use Fragmented Mementos until you unlock the Felspike artifact power inside your tree at the right over here. This is going to be your first initial short-term goal. Once Felspike is unlocked, the real optimization begins. After this point, start saving all future Fragmented Mementos until you've reached 26 infinite knowledge. Because the more infinite knowledge you have, the more infinite power each Fragmented Memento gives when you combine and use them. Note that Fragmented Memento sources are extremely limited at first while leveling. Saving them gives you far more long-term value as opposed for power scaling. Here's a step-by-step min-max strategy for Fragmented Mementos. Number 1 is going to be early phase. Use Fragmented Mementos until you unlock the trait called Felspike in your artifact talent tree and earn roughly 1.5 million infinite power at the same time. This will let you complete the corresponding unlimited power achievement, which grants infinite knowledge points per achievement earned. Number 2 is going to be mid-phase. Once you've earned every infinite knowledge achievement, except for the 5 million infinite power one, stop using Fragmented Mementos. From this point on, start saving them inside your inventory. So once you've unlocked your Felspike trait and earned roughly 1.5 million infinite power, you're going to stop using these. Number 3 is going to be late phase. Once your account reaches 23 infinite knowledge, begin stockpiling Fragmented Mementos while you naturally progress towards 26 infinite knowledge from the unlimited power achievements. When you finally hit 26 infinite knowledge on your account, use all your saved mementos at once. This will result in a huge spike in infinite power gains due to your higher multiplier. If you want to min-max it even more, you can save it until later phases, but I'm just going to use mine as soon as I get 26 infinite knowledge. Now, why does this work? Each infinite knowledge point increases infinite power gain from every single source in the game, including Fragmented Mementos. By waiting until you've fully capped at 26 infinite knowledge points for phase 1, you're effectively amplifying the value of every single fragmented you use, turning the same stack of items into significantly more infinite power. From a min-max perspective, this approach is by far the most efficient way to scale infinite power over the entire Legion Remix event. It delays short-term gains slightly, but massively boosts long-term returns once you hit the cap. When it comes to add-ons, we're going to talk about 2 in this specific video. Number 1 is going to be Trove Tally. This hides collected bronze vendor items automatically once learned. Because the Blizzard UI does not hide them specifically, so if you were to buy this item and learn it and open the vendor again, this item would still be there. This happens with most of the items in the game at the moment. Blizzard has not fixed this, I hope they will. But Trove Tally automatically hides the item that you bought and learned on your account. The second add-on that we're going to talk about is Legion Remix Helper. This is going to automatically scrap for you. It's also going to automatically open caches, and it's also going to handle event currencies and artifact weapon talent points. So it's going to input talent points automatically as you progress into limits unbound naturally throughout your player. On top of this, it has a built-in coordinate system. So if you hold down Alt and left click, it'll pinpoint the coordinates of the vendor that sells these items. At the same time, it has a quick bar that automatically opens caches and chests inside your inventory. Note that this is still a work in progress at the moment, so it'll only get better. And it also has a built-in automated quest turn in and pickup system. When it comes to leveling alts efficiently, there are huge XP boosts baked into Remix specifically. You'll want to constantly be checking in to the bazaar for any new quests at about every 10 to 20 levels. At level 40 and level 80, there are quests that give a total one-time 10% Warbound wide experience, stacking up to 20% from these sources. The intro quest lines are going to give you another 2 items of 10% Warband wide experience bonus each, so up to 20% as well again. And then completing Lore Runner of each single zone awards 10% Warbound wide experience bonuses up to 50%. On top of this, each completed Infinite Research Daily grants a 1% Warbound XP stacking bonus. So every single Infinite Research Daily that you do will give you a Resident Epoch Memento, which increases the experience gains in Legion Remix by 1% across your entire warband. This means that you could infinitely stack this on your account up to a certain extent by spam doing infinite research dailies on every single alt that you level non-stop, thus increasing the experience gain on your account significantly over the course of leveling every single alt. So every single alt that you level is going to get faster and faster and faster. At level 70, Moritari, the NPC right here at the bazaar, will give you a quest called Moritari's Infinite Wisdom. This is a permanent 250% experience for that specific character from level 70 all the way up to level 80. On top of this as well, Heroic World Tier grants 500% extra experience, but keep in mind this is very dangerous at certain high level thresholds. As far as my alt army, this is what I've done, and you can use this as a general starting point advice for you to do as well, just to set up your characters. I created every single class that I want to level on whatever faction I want to. I logged in on every single character, set up their UIs, their keybinds, and parked them at the bazaar. I skipped the intro quest to grab their respective artifact weapon for the main spec I'll be leveling them as, and I picked up the 3 infinite research dailies. Every single day that I log in the character as well, I'll be going over to the NPC called Lida Morotu and stockpiling the rings and necklaces before leveling. All alts have Heroic World Tier enabled as well and are ready to grind when I decide to start my alt army. I'll go over more of an in-depth method of how to actually effectively level your alt army in part 4 of this series, so stay tuned for that. Every single day this NPC right here, Lida Morotu, will give you a daily. This daily is a guaranteed piece of jewelry gear. I'm going to be stacking up every single jewelry slot before I start to level these characters, just for a little tiny power level upgrade. When it comes to jewelry, we're going to stand out 3 different pieces right now that are extremely overpowered due to the scaling. We're going to talk about the necklace, which is the pendant of the Watchful Eye. This is going to grant you Touch of Malice and Fell Touch traits. Your trinket is going to be Volatile Chaos Talisman. This is going to grant you another Touch of Malice and Fell Touch trait. On top of this, you have your ring, which is going to be Jeweled Signet of Melandrus. This is going to give you another stack of I Am My Scars trait. These jewelry are going to basically amplify the effectiveness of your talent tree in the Twisted Crusade row, which is currently the best talent tree for almost every single class and specialization in the game right now due to scaling. When it comes to actual eye level and how you should juggle replacing these, don't sacrifice too much eye level for them. Eye level is king here, especially during your leveling. If you find a 10 eye level upgrade, use it instead. Once you're max level, there is where the actual jewelry pieces itself could be worth using until you find one that's 10 to 15 item levels higher. Just make sure if you actually do min-max juggle gear like this, that you keep a higher item level item in your bag if you loot one. So your bag eye level is always raised higher for the loot from the moats. Personally, I just replace items as I get them, and once I get 740 eye level, this is when I'm gonna start actually min-maxing the specific jewelry pieces that I use on my account. Here's a quick and easy trick for all collectors who don't want to grind every single class artifact campaign in Legion Remix for every single class for those artifact weapon based transmogs. Number 1, you're going to create a character for every single class in the game, and you're going to log into this character at least once. Once you're logged in, you're going to respec to the desired specialization of whatever artifact weapon you want. So in this case, we're going to go survival. After we respec, we're going to talk to Mortari over here, pick up the quest. You don't even have to pick up the quest, but you get an item for that. And we're going to skip the chapter.
Nice.
This is going to automatically grant us that class's artifact weapon for your current specialization. So in this case, we earn Talon Claw of the specific Legion Remix version of it. Doing this for every class and specialization instantly adds the Legion Remix exclusive artifact weapon item IDs to your collection. There's no need to level or complete the campaign progress for the artifact weapon. Now, why does this matter? These artifact weapons look identical to their retail versions, but they're registered under unique Legion Remix item IDs right now. Note that this could change in the future for rankings. That means they could count as a separate entry towards your collection and completion rankings on websites. Once Remix ends, these will become unobtainable because you can't play Legion Remix anymore. So if you're a collector chasing total item count or all the things completion, do this now before it's gone. Reputation tokens drop rates seem to have been buffed as well. I'm receiving drastically more today than previous days. One full world quest sweep per zone got me well into revered with almost every single reputation, with most of them at exalted, with some of them having even multiple Paragon boxes already. Tokens are also supposed to be warbound wide and mailable, but that seems bugged for now. Token drops by zone specific, so Stormheim gives Valjahar tokens, Suramar gives Nightfallen tokens, and so on. Some random tips and fixes is that bronze cap is now 2 million instead of 500,000, and it's warbound wide as well and transferable. So you can transfer warbound bronze between your characters if you want to. World quests also seem to be fixed now. There are tons of them up in every single zone now. Plenty to do now. There's also a very specific world quest and dungeon world quest bug where it doesn't auto-complete once you finish the objective. All you have to do to fix this is fly out of range of the world quest objective and back in range of it. It'll auto-trigger the completion. Same for dungeons, just zone out of the dungeon and then zone back in. On top of this, remember that you can also buy Paragon Mounts of bronze, so if you miss them on retail or struggling with RNG to get them, you can buy them with bronze. I've also looted tons of different Paragon chests, and it doesn't seem like these give mounts or pets like regular retail do, unless I'm maybe extremely unlucky. I'll quickly go over the 2 mythic last bosses raid as well. Note that this is just a quick run through. There's much better guides out there for these fights, but you just need to learn the basics to succeed in this. For Mythic Helya, you're basically going to Bloodlust in the last phase, not on pull. The key mechanics here are going to be that you're going to want to, before transition, divide your raid group into 2 groups. One goes to the left platform and the other one goes to the right platform. The boss has a frontal cone. Never get hit by Helya's frontal breath. It will make you unhealable and you'll almost certainly die to lack of healing. Don't kite beams through other players or cross them with other beams. Focus tentacle adds and the adds that cast mists and kill them ASAP and interrupt them. Do not run over purple stuff on the floor, and healers should dispel instantly. The person with the green dispel should try to move away from others as it does nearby AoE damage. As far as your positioning, you want to stay spread out all of the time to avoid chain damage and overlapping debuffs. Constantly move out of things on the floor, green and purple. General rule is just move out of everything, and if it's glowing, pulsating, or looks sketchy, get out of it. For Mythic Xavius in the Emerald Nightmare, you're going to use Bloodlust on pull. The key mechanics are going to be as this. The most important is the green soaks. The entire fight revolves around soaking big green circles. Only one person can soak a circle every 3 minutes, so make sure you tell everyone to soak green circles if they haven't already. If your raid falls behind on soaking properly, you'll be overwhelmed by nightmare adds and wipe quickly. Healers are going to want to dispel the debuffs almost instantly, and you're going to want to soak the big red circle. And positioning wise, you're going to want to stay spread and maintain awareness of corrupted zones and move out of them. Pop Bloodlust immediately on pull and focus on bursting down the boss before ad management becomes overwhelming, and that's really all you have to do for this fight. And that wraps up part 3 of the Legion Remix tips and tricks. We've covered a ton in this one, from setting up Completionism.com for perfect tracking to optimizing your infinite knowledge, infinite power, and fragments of epoch challenges. Plus efficiently using your alt army, as well as raid prepping and collector only tricks you don't want to miss before this event ends. If you made it this far, you're already miles ahead of most players. I'll keep updating my guides as Blizzard hotfixes things as more phases release. So if you find this helpful, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. As always, I'll be live almost every single day at twitch.tv/KillerKateTV, grinding, remix, and testing everything that I talk about here in real time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.